Good morning, students. Today we will learn about the third domain of the earth, that is atmosphere. The earth is surrounded by a layer of gas called the atmosphere. This thin blanket of air is an integral and important aspect of the planet. It provides us with the air we breathe and protects us from the harmful effects of the sun's rays. So children, what is atmosphere? Atmosphere is the layer of gases that surrounds the earth. Now this layer of gases is very important characteristic of our planet earth because it has life supporting gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, which is very important for the survival of human beings. And also children, this blanket of air protects us from the harmful effects of sun's rays. So atmosphere is useful to us in two ways. Firstly, it provides the air that we breathe, and secondly, it protects us from the harmful effects of sun's rays. Then the atmosphere extends up to a height of about 1600 kilometers. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers based on composition, temperature and other properties. These layers starting from the Earth's surface are called troposphere, stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere and the exosphere. So children, the total height of the atmosphere extends up to 16 kilometers and the atmosphere is divided into 5 different layers. So these layers are divided on the basis of composition of different gases, means how many gases are present in each layer. Secondly, temperature of different layers and some other properties. So the 5 layers are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and lastly exosphere. So troposphere is the layer which is closest to the earth's surface and exosphere is the layer which is farthermost from the earth's surface. So from troposphere till exosphere, the total height of atmosphere is 1600 kilometers. Then the atmosphere is mainly composed of nitrogen and oxygen, which makes up about 99% of clean dry air. Nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21% and other gases like carbon dioxide, argon and others comprise 1% by volume. So children, atmosphere is mainly composed of two gases, nitrogen and oxygen. And these two gases makes up about 99% of the clean and dry air. So nitrogen children is 78% and oxygen is 21%. So if we add 78 and 21, the answer is 99. So 99% is nitrogen and oxygen and the 1% which is left comprises of carbon dioxide, argon and some other gases. So this is the total composition of air. Then oxygen is the breath of life while nitrogen helps in the growth of living organisms. Carbon dioxide, though present in minute amount, is important as it absorbs heat radiated by the earth, thereby keeping the planet warm. It is also essential for the growth of plants. So here children, we are learning about the importance of different gases. So oxygen is the breath of life, means oxygen gives or supports life to all the living organisms. Then nitrogen helps in the growth of those living organisms. And lastly children, carbon dioxide, even though it is present in very minute quantity, it absorbs the heat radiated by the earth and thereby keeping the planet warm. And second importance of carbon dioxide is that it is important for the growth of plants. We all know that CO2 is taken up by the plants to prepare their food. So this was the importance of different gases. Now the density of atmosphere varies with height. It is maximum at the sea level and decreases rapidly as we go up. You know, the climbers experience problem in breathing due to this decrease in the density of air. They have to carry with them oxygen cylinders to be able to breathe at high altitudes. So children, just as we read that there are many different gases in the air. So children, the density of the air is maximum at the sea level or the ground level because there are a lot of gases present at the surface of the earth. But as you go to a higher place, then the density of gases will decrease or will become less. For example, mountain climbers, they have to carry an oxygen cylinder when they climb the mountain because at the higher altitude the density of air decreases and there is shortage in the oxygen level also. That is why they experience breathing problem. Then the temperature also decreases as we go upwards. The atmosphere exerts pressure on the earth. This varies from place to place. Some areas experience high pressure and some areas low pressure. Air moves from high pressure to low pressure. Moving air is known as wind. So children, along with the density of air, the temperature also decreases as we go to a higher place or as we go to a place with higher altitude. For example, Shimla will be cooler than any other place because it is situated at a higher altitude. That is why all the hill stations have a very cool climate. Lastly children, atmosphere, it exerts pressure on the earth's surface and this pressure, it varies from place to place. Some areas have high pressure and some areas have low pressure. Air has a tendency to move from higher pressure to lower pressure and due to this movement wind is caused. So moving of the air is only known as wind. Now children, atmosphere is over. Now we will move to biosphere, the domain of life. This is our last topic for this chapter. So biosphere is the narrow zone of contact between the land, water and air. It is in this zone that life that is unique to this planet exists. There are several species of organisms that vary in size from microbes and bacteria to huge mammals. All the living organisms, including humans, are linked to each other and to the biosphere for survival. So children, we have already learned that biosphere is a zone that is formed when land, water and air comes in contact with each other. So it is the only zone in which the life can exist. So biosphere is the only zone in which life can exist because it fulfills the three most important features which makes the planet unique, that is land, water and air. Now in this zone children, many species of organisms are living, from microorganisms to huge mammals. All will be able to survive only in this zone because it has land, water and air. And every organism depend on each other and to the biosphere for its survival. Now, the organisms in the biosphere may broadly be divided into plant kingdom and animal kingdom. The three domains of the earth interact with each other and affect each other in some way or other. Now children, the organisms in the biosphere is categorized into two parts, plant kingdom and animal kingdom. So all the plants will come under the plant kingdom and all the animals will come under the animal kingdom. And children, the three domains, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere, it interacts and affects each other. So how it affects? For example, cutting of forest for fulfilling our needs for wood or clearing the land for agriculture may lead to fast removal of soil from slopes. Similarly, the Earth's surface may be changed due to natural calamities like earthquakes. For example, there could be submergence of land as happened in the case of tsunami recently. Parts of Andaman and Nicobar Islands were submerged under the water. Discharge of waste material into lakes and rivers makes the water unsuitable for human use, and it also damages other life forms. So children, the three domains, that is lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere, they interact and affect each other. How does it affect? So when we cut down a forest for wood or for agricultural purposes, then it leads to soil erosion. So our activities are going to affect the three domains. Then the quality of soil will decline if we are cutting down forest. So in a way it will degrade the quality of soil. Then, so children, due to deforestation the quality of soil will degrade. Now, due to the natural calamities like earthquake, the earth's surface gets changed. Now it happened with the case of Andaman and Nicobar Islands also. When tsunami hit Andaman and Nicobar Islands, some parts of the island got submerged, or it was flooded, or it went inside the water. So due to natural calamities also children, what happens? There is a change in the surface of the earth. Then we make our rivers dirty by throwing waste materials into it, and as a result what happens? The river water becomes unfit for human use, and it also affects the aquatic life, means the animals and plants which are living inside the water. Our activities are going to affect their life also. Now lastly children, emission from industries, thermal power plants and vehicles pollute the air. Carbon dioxide is an important constituent of air, but increase in the amount of CO2 leads to the increase in global temperatures. This is termed as global warming. Thus, we have to limit the use of resources of the earth to maintain the balance of nature between the domains of the lithosphere, the atmosphere and the hydrosphere. So children, we have also polluted the air by releasing smoke and dirty gases from the industries, thermal power plants and vehicles. All these increase the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And children, if the level of CO2 or carbon dioxide increases, then the global temperatures will also increase. Global temperature means the overall temperature of earth will rise sharply if the level of CO2 keeps on increasing. And as a result what will happen? It will cause global warming. And children, global warming is very dangerous for the earth. Life of all organisms will be at great risk if the temperature of earth keeps on rising. So we should use the resources of our earth wisely in order to maintain a balance between the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. If this balance is maintained, then we all can live peacefully on this planet. So children, with this we have finished with this lesson. Now please revise the lesson again 2 or 3 times, and in the next class we will complete the exercises and question answers. Till then children, take care of yourselves. Thank you.